This is an All Sports Station production.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And with this offense, what about DJ Fluker?
Came out of Alabama, could play tackle, could play guard. He's so big, Brandon, I think he plays both at the same time.
On second down, it's Ingram, able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Handed to their big guy to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. Broken tackle.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 15 on it. I'm here all day.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
When talking about Cameron Hayward, I think it's a mistake if people just describe him as a base defensive end because, yes, he does hold up well against the running game and holds the point of attack. But I think he also has very good pass rush moves as he makes his way towards the quarterback.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with him, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Buddy up. 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Right here, right here.
They'll run on first down. Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now. It's Ingram, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
An absolute prototype for what you draw up as a big, strong quarterback that has to stay in the pocket and make big throws with people all around him and even hanging on him, and still has that type of strength to get the ball downfield. Ben Roethlisberger, an absolute rock in the pocket, but he also can escape and make big plays that way as well.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the counter, it's Conner. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Block 80! Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, 41 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
In your face.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run from the pistol with Ingram. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. So on 4th down, the Ravens will call on Sam Cook to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
And we expected to have already talked about this unit. We didn't get a chance to hit on them on the opening drive because they scored so quickly. But that's the kind of unit this is. A quick strike offense. I expect to see them taking their shots all game long. And if that's the case, we'll find ways to talk about this group.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. You've told me before it's tough to identify how to block a 3-4 defense. There wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
And one other thing an offensive line coach told me, if you want to run wide against a 3-4, which is difficult to do because of the speed of the outside linebackers, it's often difficult for your offensive linemen to hit targets in space and create lanes for your guys to run through.
Ready? Like 5. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Come on, come on.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
What we got? Switch.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Set. 6 yards. Watch it, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Set, hut, yeah, the flag. 98's the mic. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Jackson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Jackson now. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Ingram. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Come on, set. Touchdown. Watch the slant.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson got him in. It's Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
All day, dog.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike hut. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Finds his running back, James Conner. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're good training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let him know.
They toss to Ingram. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
On the double. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Here we go, T. Here I come.
On first down, Ingram looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Ready, go.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hit 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Oh, able to avoid him. Only a yard on the 3rd down throw, and that leads to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
All right, now. Left 5. Check 48. Come on. It's out time.
They'll run on 1st down. Samuels. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
He's coming, double up.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Connor here on 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Black 20. I'm scared.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Right 80. 48 right now. Let's go. Let's go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he connects with Ebron. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a toss. This is Connor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Black is on! Black 80! Here we go! Here we go! Black is on!
This is Connor. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on a quarterback.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run. It's Mark Ingram. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
But that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
It took him down in the backfield with those instincts. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Here's Thomas.
We got this.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here we go. Put your on it. Put your on it. Eat. Watch the ride.
From the 29, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Jackson.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Bandit. Check the backer.
Ingram again. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. That's caught at the 3. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
White 80. 58, come on. Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
That's the way.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, now, black 20. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
From the 31, Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Here we go. Blue 30. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run with Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And he was plus 5 seconds there with a football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl, right, in our backyards, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Roethlisberger. That is incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more coming.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jackson now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson stepping up. He'll try and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. On third down, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here's Sam Cook now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Put up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get on it.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.